That's what all this is about? A button?
Hello and welcome back everyone. This is SewTorn, Only the Major Details. It's a movie directed by Freddie McDonald, which is his directorial debut. The movie follows the character Barbara, a mobile seamstress, and her imagined choices that branches out from one situation, which is the button, whether to push it inside the hole or pick it up. The film shows us the three imagined scenarios similar to the three-act plot structure of a story. Freddie McDonald said he got the idea from No Country for Old Men when he was trying to make a short about a drug deal gone bad. The choices the character in the movie has to wrestle with. So let's go. Number 1. Each scenario is color-coded by the thread used for the title that starts it. The first one, Perfect Crime, takes place majorly in a shop and around a car, which are both blue. The second, Call Police, in the officer's workplace, which is majorly yellow. The third, Drive Away, which takes place in the restaurant, decorated with red. Number 2, apart from the three imagined scenarios, the story makes other references to theory throughout the show, such as Grace mentioning this is her third marriage, Joshua mentioning what he was sorry for
lying about the deal,
And
for trying to steal the money,
and
I'm sorry for trying to leave.
the three bundles of cash at the end. I don't really consider it a major detail, but Barbara's decision not to push the button saved her from the three scenarios and earned her three bundles of cash instead. Number 3, Barbara continually puts guns in the hands of other people, apart from trying to avoid committing a crime directly, which is a negative. I think it speaks to her character of avoiding the challenging tasks and seeking comfort in the past, the habit of keeping a dying business just to preserve the memory of her mother. We can see this when she pulls a thread in the opening morning sequence, which plays an audio of her mother, one of many scattered all around her place. The song played in the third act of the movie, The Sewing Machine by Betty Hutton. Although the lyrics literally spells it out, it speaks about her and how she is unwilling to move past the loss of her mother, even if she doesn't like sewing, as she said during the second scenario in a conversation with Joshua. But just like this song, it probably keeps her occupied. Number 4, Barbara is color-coded with blue and yellow. What seems to be her color, from the blue car with a big yellow thread at the back to her yellow gloves and blue phone, also her bed cover and clothes. This leads me to the two scenarios color-coded with those, blue and yellow. First one, titled Perfect Crime, shows Barbara trying to kill off both witnesses while she steals the money. Second one has her calling the police, but not before taking the money for herself, unlike the third where she was dragged into the situation. Number 5, I mentioned earlier about the director taking inspiration from No Country for Old Men. In this movie, Joshua's father, named Hudson, plays a Javier Bardem type character with this running gag.
seamstress. Suddenly not so mobile.
But most importantly, it is sealed by the fact that Barbara, the seamstress, can't seem to escape meeting him. He always finds his target, even when she tries to avoid the road altogether. Number 6, we hear this audio
It'll be me.
between young Barbara and her mother, telling her how she's going to leave due to some terminal illness, I assume, and understand why Barbara is unwilling to leave this business even if she doesn't like it or is slowly closing down. Her mother's last word to her being that she will be like her. I said at the beginning of this video how the three scenarios kind of represent the three-act plot structure of a story. The first one, Perfect Crime, introduces us to the inciting incident that gets us engaged. Then the second one, Call Police, the midpoint, usually the part of the story we get to hear a bit of backstory about our main character. The part where Barbara discusses about not liking sewing, and the audio that closes this scene, which tells us why Barbara still sews. Then the third part, Drive Away, maybe not necessarily the climax of the story, but a climax on its own for the three imagined scenarios, and sets up the story's end after all possibility of the situation has been explored. Number 8, and my final one. The button, what started this whole ordeal, a single decision by Barbara on whether to push it into the gap or pick it up, whether to get annoyed by someone making fun of her talking portrait, which she said was a major connection to her mother, or get over it. In the final scenario, Barbara takes off the thread from her sewing box and sheds a tear. The moment she decided she doesn't want to imagine stealing in any scenario or getting involved in the situation. Remember that the song which plays is about a girl and a sewing machine, how she gets tired all day from sewing when she doesn't even like to do it, but it keeps her from spiraling, and also how she would have loved to do something else instead. So removing the thread could have been a way to signify that, Also, in the second scenario, she does show a considerable amount of fear even while in a police office. This is more of a continuity for Barbara, carrying the imagined fear throughout the scenarios. Just like she carries the thought and weight of keeping her mother's memory, which eventually leads her to a path of letting go and ultimately gets her business saved this way. That is all for now. Thanks and goodbye.